thou hast kneecaps, yet that doth not kneel. Perhaps a chop of the halberd to wash away that cap will encourage you to kneel before your king. King of the Marches, King of Mercia, the Welsh hammer, guardian of the border. I am King Leofric. Thine puzzled expression, thine strange attire, an Icelander. For with you hear tales of mine with, who didst rode from town to town, naked on a horse. Thou hast heard the tales of mine smashing of Cumrac, guarding the dike against those heathens, barbarians. Hast thou heard nothing of news, nothing of my feats? The only reason that thou art now breathing is forthwith to bargain, mayhap, if we can reach such an arrangement. For you see, 'tis rare that a swine falls from the sky in a flash. 'Tis rare that such height is manifested. 'Tis rare that someone stands before a king in his hall, in his land, in his fief. Perhaps it would make it simpler were I to put this bargain into terms that thou wouldst understand. Perhaps terms that could be agreeable to thee. For the desire of gold, the desire of land, the desire of love, or the desire of a full belly, these things can be provided thee if thou dost agree to aid thine king. A bargain with that ordained by God, which is not the devil born, is the best bargain thou wilt find in the land. Wouldn't you agree? We pick up bits of thine strange tongue to use against thee in matters of war, in matters of corroboration. Thou fell from the sky as if a plucked star, battling down to the earth without so much as a broken bone. Thou then can imagine why that would be so interesting to me, your king, lest ye forget. I ask thee, not out of felicity, avarice, or any kind of hubris, I ask thee, how old wouldst thou say I was? Well, I look not for flattery, I look for honesty. But at my age, there is no time to ferment a legacy. I will be forgotten, regardless of my great feats, regardless of hammering the Welsh. The one who will be remembered will be my wife, for who she rode naked town to town to town. And what of my legacy? Some small town somewhere named after me. Maybe even a holiday with some description. Mayhap. Or simply forgotten, a tome tossed into the sea. So, thou canst understand that when thou wast plucked from the sky, cascaded to the earth, landed as a bubble, and are brought to thine king, and stand. Thou hast interested me greatly. It is of mortal importance that thou doth share thine secrets with me, whether that be thine ability to transport thyself, whether that be thine ability to seemingly survive the impossible, or whether that be thy ability to exist beyond reasonable realms. If thou canst agree to work with thine king, I promise thee 2 of the 4 things that every mortal requires, that every mortal desires. I do not want my name to be dust in the wind. I do not want my legacy to be inherited by another. I want to be king forever, but remembered by those generations that pass rather than my own. I want to be a good king. Certainly, I have shown mercy upon thee, as any other monarch would have slain thee on the spot for such incidents. But for me, you represent opportunity, relief, power. If we canst agree, if thou will bend the knee, then thou wilt be free. Clearer than this I cannot make it for thine alien ears to understand, as thou wert plucked from the stars, cascaded to the earth, and landed as if a bubble. Consider me a fool, and thou wilt be a fool. Consider me a king, and thou wilt be as a king. This is for thine consideration, out of respect for thine peculiarity. I promise to not subjugate thee to the dungeon of the keep, but to allow thee respite and ablution in a guest room. No other offer will be so fair to thee. No other offer in all of history. I know that thou hast met a collection of men across the ages who have promised thee different things of import to them and perhaps not of import to you. At least I can promise thee something that thou doth want. Don't be a swine. Think on it and come back to me. Stay in this realm where you can prosper, where you can be who you are, to use your vernacular. Time is different depending on the day, so stay a while. You may go.